what do you all think? And this is going to be on the parenting question. What do y'all think is efficient and a decent relationship? What does that look like? A decent, healthy co-parenting relationship. And the thing is that, you know, I kind of thought about this previously where I was like, okay, damn, would you want to date a woman who has a 2-year-old that has a healthy relationship with her baby daddy, that they talk and they have free flowing conversation, you know what I mean? And he's taking care of his baby, you come and picks him up all the time, and he's doing a really good job, and you know what I mean? He
When
was
you say
actually
free flowing conversation, are you saying like conversation mean like they speak without boundaries?
I mean, I'm saying that they just can speak. They just speak. It ain't like you ain't gonna just look at all of the chat. You know what I mean? I'm just saying like they talk. You know what I mean? And they have they have conversation. Like they converse. So it's not a, you know, a lot of the times it's
a conversation that's not about.
I'm not telling you what the conversation is or what it ain't. I'm just saying they have the relationship to where they are on speaking terms is what I mean. Just a relationship where they're able to sustain speaking terms, and he's doing a good job. You know what I mean, with the boy, with the son, and you know what I mean. And I was sitting there thinking, like, dang, it sounds like the most healthy thing, but would you sign up for that shit?
Yeah, because I need nobody to come pick these kids up because we're gonna go on date night.
So, but then in that idea, so you're pretty much, you would date her with the understanding that
I'd rather
you wouldn't get to a point to where you would want to accept them as your own kid.
Well, it's not my kid.
But I'm just saying it could be
like, so
I understand that. But so you're saying no.
What that
you wouldn't want to have a relationship that you would pretty much accept them as your own kid.
Well,
even though they got
if they got a healthy relationship with their father, I'd prefer them have a healthy relationship.
Yeah, you don't have to be their father.
I don't have to be their father. I can be
like whatever version of whatever you say that they are, whether that's stepdad and that's the role, or my bad, you said what?
I think that we're saying the same thing. When I hear the idea of like I need him to come and get these kids, that's different than like we're it's almost like we're all co-parenting together. That's what you're saying. Like a stepdad to me is like the idea that we're all co-parenting together.
So what did you mean by the statement that you asked him?
He said, "Would I want to date a girl that has a healthy relationship with her baby's father?"
Yeah, no, not that. I'm talking about when you said you just asked him about what he would want to do, like if he would want to be that kid's father.
No, yeah, I was asking him.
Does that mean they got?
Would you want to have, like, if you were to have a stepson, would you want to, or a step kid? Would your end goal in your mind be that you would want to be looked at as like a parenting figure?
Well, I think as an adult, like a responsible adult, I think that I wouldn't. To me, if I had a step kid, my goal wouldn't be to be their father.
No, for sure. I understand
especially if they have a healthy, like if there's void, then that's a different conversation, and that depends on like what responsibilities you decide that you want to step into. If they do have a father, though, I don't think that that's like the void that you should be trying to fill as much as being like a responsible adult in that kid's life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I would sit.
Yeah, do you understand like the idea of like the way that we wish it was for all? Because of course we would rather, theoretically, you would rather your old lady or the adults be able to speak to each other, because there should be a level of communication that makes it easier for the child to be able to have a healthy relationship with both of them and having a healthy understanding of what's going on and what the dynamic really looks like or what it is. But in theory, that sounds good, but to live that thing is actually a little bit different.
Life a lot easier moving forward.
Yeah, I guess to me, I don't think it's like a sound good thing though. Because like that would be the exact kind of like scenario, and that's why I wanted you to find out, like when you say conversations and different things like that. But that's exactly what my co-parenting situation is, and like I think that it's been amazing for my son because of that. Like me and his mother are cool; we are on speaking terms, but there's boundaries, and like neither one of us get close to anything like that. It's always a conversation about him and what he's doing. Nobody's texting like, "Hey, how was your day?" Like those aren't necessary conversations, but we don't dislike each other, and we have not ever disliked each other. And like we are really amicable inside any spaces that we are. We work as a team. We communicate daily about whatever's going on with like him, or pick up, drop off. Can you do this? Can you do X, Y, Z? And like I think that it's great in the fact that like she's married and she's not
Oh,
worried
that's
about
what's up. I
me.
didn't know she was married.
Yeah, she's married. She's not worried about me. I am engaged. I've never worried about her.
Mm-hmm.
And there's never been a point where we've ever tried to like get inside any of those lines.
Yeah, you know,
And
go ahead.
like to me, like it's if as long as you can do that, it's really, really easy. Some people don't have the ability to, I don't know, whatever it is. Some people just be messy. But if you have two people that aren't messy and you intentionally only make it about the kid as though we have,
Mm-hmm.
it's fairly easy. Like, and I know most people say that I have a really unique and different co-parenting situation.
It is the one off. If you sit there and talk to all of the homies that you know, period, any homie you ever known, and if they have the scenario where they've separated from the baby moms, you are the only guy I've ever seen, period, or even heard of the thing existing in real life. So you are definitely the anomaly to the situation. You know what I mean? So I understand where you're coming from. That's why you said I really like Poe. I already knew you have an understanding of a thing because you lived the thing, and so it doesn't just sound good to you because you lived it. But for the average person,
but I guess my thing is that I think that if you have a couple structures there, it makes for this to be easier. But one, like the main thing is all these people that are inside these scenarios, are they, and this is either sex, participating in anything that's messy?
Oh yeah,
and that's rule one. Have both people moved on and are comfortable moving on? Is there resentment there? If it exists on either end, either person hasn't moved on, there's resentment, it will be messy. And it's going to be like people doing leverage plays, X, Y, Z.
And then also if the financial, if their person don't feel that the financial contribution is enough,
right? And that's I was going to build to. I think that
there's a lot of reasons why. That's why I was just saying like it.
But that I was one. Let me get to like finance is definitely another big one. Participation in finance. So just are you doing the things that you should be doing? Like just point blank period. Especially as a guy, are you doing at least what you're supposed to be doing? You should be doing past the bare minimum, but at least what you should be doing. And I think that having good parents, grandparents, in which they can communicate, because if there ends up being any kind of like whatchamacallit, and as long as like the grandparents can also communicate well, I think that they will offer a buffer. And so like as long as you have like two levels of strong foundation and everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, yeah, I think that is most people can't get off 3 or 4 of those though.
Right.
And they get stuck at that messy part first.
Yeah,
and then they trip on finances.
Yeah. I mean, it's really like that baby daddy, baby mama stuff is like really, really tough. It's really rare that I've seen like a scenario. It's like, oh no, this looks like it could be healthy. You know what I mean? The child doesn't seem, their scenario doesn't seem that it would be, you know what I mean, to the detriment of the child at all. Most of the time, you can see that this shit's to a detriment of the child, and it's people actually acting selfishly about how they feel about whatever. But at the end of the day, like how you feel about what that has nothing to do with the youngin. You know what I mean? It's just really a selfish scenario. But anyway, it was almost like a funny thing. Like I was saying, it's like it sounds good. Like I wouldn't want to. I'm not the baby daddy kind of guy, so I do everything to keep this shit together. So it's not this theoretically. I wouldn't want to be accepting I wouldn't want to be with a woman that has a baby daddy like you. Yeah,
but why? Because why?
Well, but because of the fact that a lot of times, well, for what I've seen, a lot of times is that like baby daddy kind of always got a space.
You think so?
Yeah, he always got. I mean, he got a space. You've created his you've created his child, and there's like a lot of times that I've seen where like baby daddy can still get some. You know what I mean? As long as bro ain't like some shit, bro still can get some.
So you think the better a baby daddy is, the higher chance?
What I'm saying is that
he could drop
it's
some
fucked up.
Is that what you say?
Well, I'm saying
the better of a baby daddy.
Yeah, because the thing is, bro, I'm telling you, that's what I'm kind of
quality man over there.
Like, look at this motherfucker being all stand up.
Exactly. Look at him taking care of his damn
kids
and shit.
Look at this good nigga.
That's why I thought it was funny. Like, nobody want to deal with his good ass motherfucking
nigga,
church going
man.
ass nigga, bro.
That nigga challenging me,
Yeah.
challenging me to be a good man.
This nigga
Yeah,
sent
challenge me like, yeah, I
Stop
got,
setting
me a Bible
standards.
I'm
verse.
sitting here
This
comparing
nigga-
myself to him and shit, and he got a better job and shit than I do.
This nigga go to Sunday school.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's
Shit,
what
if
I
I
think it
was high, I want to
funny.
be with that nigga.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I think that's funny. Like it sounds good. Like, no, I'm a dude. Like, I'm honest. You know what I mean? But I really wouldn't want to have to deal with seeing this nigga and shit all the time.
So you prefer her have an ain't shit baby daddy?
Yeah, honestly, I would prefer for me to be able to step in and for her to allow me to step in and be a leader of the household. It's a little harder to be able to lead in the household, and bruh got his opinion. So then I want to try to build a relationship with bruh so me and him can get on the same page. It's just a lot of work.
I guess I don't.
But it's a lot
I
more
don't
work when there ain't no baby daddy there and the kid is going through shit.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
it only thing that requires
I don't
you
think
to be
that-
financially stable and able to if you can provide if you can provide what the house needs financially, then you just it's like a regular. You kind of just dealing with the inner workings of a regular relationship, damn near.
Yeah, but you said something. I think that's, and I think that we probably can get into a good like etiquette, good co-parenting etiquette. What we think good
What
co-parenting
it should
etiquette
look like.
should look like.
Mm-hmm.
And what you said to me would probably be like bad etiquette just a second ago, or you said it to Johnny, but where it should not be a space where that man, as long as there's like very specific boundaries set with what he's doing with the kid, like you go ahead and mark out like disciplinary what you are allowed to and what you're not allowed to.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you ain't about to raise your whatever like your disciplinary and like things are with you're not doing these things with this kid. There's no other say that needs to be said of however that person is running the house. So I don't think that his input, like say inside the scenario you painted, it ain't even about you having a good relationship or not with him. As long as you're not overstepping any like physical boundaries with that kid and you're being a good adult, I don't think that anything that like whatever his opinion is of y'all house ain't got shit to do with you. I don't think it belongs inside that relationship. He shouldn't be talking about you to him. As long as you ain't doing anything negative to that kid, I don't think he has any words or any impact inside their house. Like for example, like when my son, like, I don't have like as long as QJ's like Tamara's husband is not doing anything that impacts my son in any way physically in any way, he adheres to the boundaries, I have no impact, no say in their household.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you stay out of the messy shit. My opinion over there does not matter, because then that's when I'm like you get into like this ego battle of like, why are you listening to this guy? Why are you like my opinion? Like she don't need to listen to nothing that I say that ain't got shit to do with QJ. And it should be like that. And it's the same way over here. I ain't about to listen to nothing. No opinion she got that ain't got nothing to do with QJ and how a person is treating him. And I think that's one of those like etiquette things that people have to understand. Is that your opinion don't matter outside of your kid in that house. As long as your kid is good, taken care of, and they are adhering to the boundaries that y'all have agreed to and set, that ain't your business.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, it obviously works. It obviously works, but I just wish that we could get, well, honestly, I don't know.
So give me some more relationship etiquette that you think that people should adhere to. What is some good co-parenting etiquette? As he's thinking, Johnny, what you think? You an outside voice.
What I've seen,
you're Keith in this scenario. If I go to a last night reference,
what I would say is, with that when it comes to custody and the turning over of the kids and stuff, I imagine there should be a very consistent way that is done. That way, there's no like confusion when it's time to do the thing. This is our meeting point. We can meet here every Saturday, Sunday, whatever day you go meet. It should be a consistent thing. It should always happen, and it should just be a routine. I think that's what y'all do. Y'all are very like process oriented. Like y'all do the thing. It just works, and I feel like that's something I've seen that I'm like, if I'm ever in a situation like that, it has to be something similar to that. I need that structure.
And I think that also like a thing that kind of like builds a foundation for the healthy, for having this healthy relationship is the utilization or the reasoning and utilization of child support. So, because if we go to that place,
you're pro child support.
No.
Okay,
I'm pro child support if it is necessary.
Oh, when it's not necessary. If he's
not, and it ain't got nothing to do because the thing is that a lot of people be like, oh, I put him on child support because he don't see his kids. At the end of the day, you put him on child support does not change how much he sees his kids. Only thing that means is that he's paying more money. So if you go ahead,
I guess I will to me, but there's a misstep in the etiquette right there. Is the issue? It's the root issue. If you want to alleviate that, let's go see your kid more.
No.
And to me, like one of my etiquette pieces is don't do the minimum. Mm-hmm. If it's explicitly, if you are the guy, because likely, like you know, what I mean, you know how like if you want things to be inside, like as close to like a not co-parenting, what is it like a 50-50 split? Do more as a guy. Like so, if you're only doing the bare minimum, you barely seeing your kid. You're laying the groundwork for resentment and other shit to happen.
For sure.
Like as the guy, go take them to practice, go pick them up, like do some of the natural grunt work. A lot of guys feel as though like, hey, men should do more anyway. This is a space. If you want to make your life a little bit easier, do a little bit more.
Yeah. I would say, and another thing is as a man, unless she already has him on her insurance, I would say put him on your health insurance as well. That's a part of it.
Couple more dollars,
you know what I mean? And I mean that, like I was saying that, like because a lot of the time failed relationships that people will use child support for failed relationships. It don't necessarily be that bro ain't trying to do. You know what I mean? And then a lot of the times niggas ain't worth a fuck too, bro. Ain't trying to do what he need to be doing. You know what I mean? And that's a very normal thing.
That's why they have child support in the first place.
Yeah, and it's I think that like there is a place where it is necessary, but in places where it's not using it as like a power dynamic, because you can wield that as a weapon.
That's another good to me. That's another good etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Do not use child support and or government and the system as a weapon to get back as a person. I think that's
or the threat, because a lot of times I know a lot of dudes that ain't on papers and they walking on eggshells because they scared to be put on papers.
Truth.
And they let me go make baby mama happy because and it's like, damn, bro, you should be able to do what you want to do, regardless of how she feel. But you're so scared of.
Well, now you ain't got to make nobody happy.
But
I will say this though, this is a thing as a man, you better do. Avoid taking the bait. There will always be some little bait there that like if I engage in this can like go somewhere else. Don't take the bait. There's always gonna be a little bait, like if you understand humans and all that shit, and not bait in the sense of like they trying to come on to you.
Type of thing.
Not at all.
Just the extra words. You just go the little slide, the little
like it'd be like a little. You ain't got
don't
engage
respond to it. Yeah.
I saw your little podcast.
Like, hey, that'd be. Don't take the bait.
Yeah.
Take it. It's all right.
And the thing is that a lot of times, though, it could be a lose-lose. Like, you could be attempting not to take the bait and just not responding to the little things. But then that makes shit worse when you don't respond sometimes. So it's just you know what I mean? Of course, first off, you should have the kids with somebody that you actually know so that you know what the ways in which, you know what I mean, how you should be handling them and what's going, how to make that thing easier for you.
I don't know any other etiquette y'all think that we should go with. Hey, chat, y'all here, y'all can go with some etiquette too.